I just picked up a rigid r4512 table saw. Going to show a video of putting this table saw together. As I was searching out on YouTube, there really is only one video that I was able to find on the assembly of this saw, and I thought a lot of people would like to see the ease or the difficulty of putting this saw together. It's something that I feel that the YouTube community can use. So let's get right into it. Well, here's the saw itself out of the box, and let's see what we have as for parts. There's quite a few parts here. Comes with some screw packages, small and large, Allen wrenches. You do need some tools to put this together. Their recommendations on tools, they're requesting a framing square, Phillips screwdriver, flat blade screwdriver, a socket wrench, 8mm and 13mm socket. They're requesting a C-clamp, 4mm, 8mm, 10mm, 13mm, and 14mm wrench, and a combination square. And let's start the build. Start off by building the table. So we pulled out all our legs, and we're going to get started there. I'm going to try to keep this video as live as possible. So this way you guys don't miss anything during the build. I'll try my best, though I can't promise you. You will see me getting in and out of the frame occasionally. These are the main sections. And this looks, you know, guys, this is pretty straightforward. At least this part is. I guess the hardest part is going to be, and the most time spent, is going to be aligning this baby. And hopefully I get lucky and I don't run into the problem that's been haunting this brand of rigid table saws. They do pack the unit fairly well, plenty of styrofoam. Everything has its own place in the box. So I will say that they did pack this system well. Quite a bit of oil on top of the saw table itself. The cast iron, the actual tabletop itself right now is full of oil. And being that I flipped it over from being upside down, some of the oil is dripping down the sides, but overall it's pretty intact. Very impressive on the packing and keeping the machine from rusting. I didn't think I would need a table to actually do this. Surprise, surprise. Well, it's a little bit on an angle, that's where I went off. But you know, once you catch the first one, everything is right there. Okay, still very loose. Well, you know what, at this point I'm going to cut the video, and I mean this is basically simple. You're putting 4 legs on with each panel, and I'm going to cut the video here, and as soon as I get this together I'll throw the video back on. Save a little time, no need for you guys to watch me put this part together. The holes on the extensions, there's 2 different sizes. One's smaller than the other, as you can see right there. And on this side they're a lot small. We need to find out which way it's going to go. So we're going to be putting the larger hole towards the unit. I know you guys can't see this, but I'm just lining it up. They say in the booklet to go ahead and mount it this way, but also to make sure when you tighten it that the edges are aligned from front and back. And trust me, these screws are really greasy. You know, I would love to know how they expect you to get in with this when you need something like this with a handle on it. So this way you have the torque. Otherwise you don't have there's no way to get the torque to tighten this bolt up underneath there. It's basically where the housing over here is, the motor is actually sitting underneath this part right here inside. Well, now for a little cleanup. Okay, we got that far with it. That kills the first page of instructions. Believe it or not, first page consists of attaching the 2 rails on and putting the actual stand together. The next section is to assemble the dustpan that goes over it, and then to attach the stand to the bottom of it. They're expecting you to flip this whole unit over once it's all together. I originally was hoping to be able to put this on top of the stand first and then do it, but apparently with the dust cover, the way it needs to be mounted, it might be able to be, it most likely can be done that way, but you know, I'm going to follow the instructions, don't want any issues. One thing I would do though is, before you start working on this, wipe some of the oil off the top of the saw, actually on the sides, because oil is dripping everywhere. There's a whole bunch of oil inside, and the last thing you want to do is get that on your wood. So give it a good cleaning before you even start this, to make sure that you're not going to get grease everywhere. They do mention in the instructions to make sure the foam block is removed before you put the dust cover on. There is a foam block sitting. They're mentioning to remove the foam block before putting the dust cover on. There is a foam block that is actually is sitting underneath the motor. I guess this might have been their fix for the problem, because a lot of people are saying they believe it's caused by shipping, and when the unit is upside down like this, the weight of the motor is putting pressure on it. So with the bouncing during shipping and everything, it might throw everything out of alignment. So apparently they put a block of foam in there for the protection to prevent the weight of the motor from bending it down. So we're going to remove that. So make sure you do install it correctly. It does say front on here. Seems pretty straightforward. Again, more oil.